Hi guys, this is Ariel Long. This is my final oral exam. I entitled it The Harvest because that's kind of been our reoccurring theme throughout the entire course is how were we going to culminate what we have learned into something that we're actually going to produce and implement. Uh, the topics for this course, or for this particular PowerPoint, are we're going to discuss the course objectives, the future plans, the reasons that we are, or myself in particular, have taken the course, and then collaboration and networking, meaning, how are we actually going to implement what we've learned. So the first main objective I had for completing this course was to be able to evaluate my personal beliefs and professional experiences as they related to multicultural gifted education. As we've learned throughout the course, our personal beliefs play a role in how we interact with everybody that's around us. This also influences how we teach. For our discussions, we were able to connect with others and provide feedback using our own experiences as a platform. The My Peeps assignment continues to resonate with me. It allows me to visually consider that my past and my family's past can actually influence who I am as an individual and as a professional. Um, Educators should have the opportunities to explore where they came from in order to know where they want to go. And I feel that teachers play an intricate part of their students' understanding of who they are too. The goal was to take what I have learned about this self realization and make it applicable in my own school and districts for the teachers. Ooh, it went too far. Okay. Second objective was I wanted to gain a better understanding of the role of a multiculturalism in addressing patterns of achievement and underachievement among underrepresented populations of gifted students. I was initially not aware that a student's culture could be so influential in the school environment, nor did I realize that there were certain differences that needed to be applied to classroom instruction. The beliefs of multicultural students don't stay at the door when they walk into my classroom. Therefore, for my diverse population of students to feel valued, I need to be aware of who they are as people. By becoming more knowledgeable about these two particular objectives, I feel like I could better facilitate my future role as a gifted teacher or coordinator in education. Exploring my personal and professional beliefs, they work in tandem with being able to help others create a more successful environment for multicultural gifted learners. So, my future plans, I really don't know at this particular time. My goal is to eventually move out of the regular education classroom and become a little bit more involved in working with teachers of the gifted. This could be anything from conducting professional developments to actually teaching teachers how to teach. That's a lot of teaching. When entering into this major, I knew that there was an area of underrepresentation. Not enough students were being identified, and even those that were being identified were not being given adequate specialized instruction. And not even for myself, unfortunately. I could see that there was a need for gifted students to receive the type of higher education that they so desperately wanted in order to thrive and reach their goals. I hope to be able to use many of the tools from this class to engage teachers of the gifted and to help them identify populations of diverse gifted students. I really felt that the strategies that promote multicultural education, the diagram that is on the top right, that was from David and Davidman in the Ford text. I felt like that was an excellent visual tool for me to be able to use with other educators. It displays the many facets that teachers need to consider in order to meet the goals and objectives set forth for productive student learning. It is a quick reference for education or for educators to view the importance of each of the listed items and to understand how all of those pieces work in tandem with the other. Relationship building with multicultural students, I felt, is also extremely important. This encompasses helping teachers build lasting and meaningful relationships with their students and their parents. And that is the picture in the bottom right-hand corner. Excuse me. I feel like there's so much benefit in helping teachers and families open those lines of communication between one another. And I feel like it paves the way for students to also feel more connected and confident in their learning when all of the stakeholders that are involved in their education. Okay, networking and collaboration, I think, are important to any educator because without pursuing these avenues, teachers can become complacent and monotone in their teaching. Therefore, to me, it is important in my professional life that I make contact with individuals that can assist gifted students directly and with whom I can I can offer what I've learned about this multicultural diversity in gifted education and then actually take it and apply it so that others in education understand. I felt like the two people that I needed to connect with the most and collaborate with the most, while it's on kind of a minuscule scale or what some would consider minuscule, I felt like these two jobs directly affected the students, and then it was immediate effect. It wasn't like a trickle down and hope that the gifted students actually get something out of it. These two individual jobs really do have a hands-on experience with the kids in their class. So the gifted county coordinator and classroom teachers, I felt like, are always a great place to start. They, like many other educators, can become lost in the logistics of their job. It happens to me. I know it happens to others. Plus, we all know that a little extra help is really beneficial. Gifted coordinators are often tied up with the statistics and the data. A lot of times they don't really get to see the whole child. They're just looking at a piece of paper and some scores. Likewise, I think teachers also face the battles of testing and special needs and all the diversity in their classroom, and which this often leaves our gifted population hanging somewhere in the balance and they're not being effectively served. Therefore, I felt like it was important for all of the stakeholders to discuss individual needs. Now, while parents are not on here, I understand that parents are very much considered within this collaboration and networking environment. I went with these two in particular because I felt for me in education, they were extremely significant um, because sometimes they're somewhat lacking. I'm so sorry. For me, it was important for all the stakeholders to discuss each of the individual students that were being identified, and even those that were not being identified, because I know sometimes we miss them. My goal for this year is I hope to have the opportunity to collaborate more with the gifted coordinator and with classroom teachers in order to assure that the multicultural population is being adequately represented in each school. I really appreciate it, guys. I've enjoyed being in class with all of you this semester, and I wish all of you guys the best of luck in your endeavors for gifted education. Thank you.